Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I am Barbara. So glad that you stopped by my channel today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are new here, I am in Tennessee. I'm in Zone 7A. And right now I'm sitting in my high tunnel, and today we're going to be doing a big harvest as well as planting some tomatoes. Now, I know when you're seeing this, you're like, it's August. What you mean you planting tomatoes, girl? I'm planting tomatoes, but this is like, I don't know, round 4. So on a previous video, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, I was doing some pruning and just some garden maintenance in my high tunnel. And there are some tomatoes that I tried for the first time this year called Matt's Wild Cherry. And they are true to their name. They're wild, like Wild Bill, and I don't like them. So what did I do? As a good gardener, I pulled them up. That's what I did, right? Because it's my garden and I can do that. But I'm going to replace them with some tomato seedlings that I started probably, I don't remember, it was on another video. It may be, I'm looking at them, maybe four to 6 weeks ago now, maybe somewhere along in there. So I'll show you the seedlings, but we have a whole tray full, and I started more, like I said, this is probably my third or fourth succession of tomatoes. So earlier in the year, I had an aphid infestation in my tunnel on my tomatoes. Like, they were looking rough. First time, and I really thought I'm not gonna have tomatoes, so I was already doing a second succession. Then, just for good measure, I did another. I planted some more seeds, so now I got these seeds. They need a place to go, and we're right at the end. So in the video, I talked about how I started tomatoes and looked at my first frost date, and I'm right up against the window. So we're pushing the limits a little bit, right? So I don't remember at the time of the video, there may have been like 100+ days to my last frost date, and then a lot of the varieties I chose are like 80 to 90 days to maturity. But you know, as it starts to get cooler, like in September, even though your first frost has not happened, the sun is not out as bright and it's not out as long. So you typically have to add 1 or 2 weeks to the end of that if you're going to plant something later in the season. So when I say I'm like pushing the limit, I'm pushing the limit. But what do we have to lose? Only thing we have to lose are some seeds. And I got plenty seeds, and I can buy plenty more seeds. So we're going to do it, and we're going to see if we're able to get tomatoes before the first frost. And because I have a high tunnel, you know, that's going to serve as a season extension. So on the outside, even though they may or may not make it, then I'm hoping that in the tunnel, the ones that I do in the tunnel will come on through and make it. Now, I did choose varieties that had the shortest time to maturity that I could find. I did peppers and tomatoes. So I chose varieties that were 90 days or less, but I tried to do like 75 to 85. So we will see how we fare. Now, I guess another worst thing that can happen is that I have a lot of tomatoes and they're green and they never ripen. And yeah, I mean, I guess I could do fried green tomatoes. And somebody said something about some tomato green relish. I don't know. I don't know if I feel that in my spirit. Green tomato relish. I don't even know what that is. What do you put it on? Tell me. I've never even seen it. But it don't sound like, my taste buds are not, they're not cheering right now when I think about green tomato relish. So y'all give me some more news, some more input if I need to really be thinking hard about green tomato relish. Let me know. But what's the worst that can happen, y'all? So I pulled up the Matt's Wild Cherry because they produce this really tiny small cherry tomatoes, and I didn't like those. I like more of the bigger cherry tomatoes, and they split real easily. Now, funny story, I was making a delivery to a customer, and I had the cherry tomatoes that I like, and I had those little bitty ones. This is the only time I've ever taken some to sale. It was like the last little bunch before I pulled them all up. And don't y'all know she chose them little bitty ones? She's like, I love these little bitty things because I don't have to cut them for my salad. I was like, now ain't that something? Ain't that something? Well, she got them, and she gonna be the only one because I'm not trying to grow them anymore. Now, never say never. Maybe by this time next summer, maybe I'll do one plant. But I did way too many for me not to know that I wasn't gonna like them. But that's all part of it. Sometimes you grow stuff that you don't like. Sometimes you grow stuff that you do like. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put these tomatoes in the ground and get them on their way. So let me show them to you. Now, they look a little weepy just because it's the end of the day and it's time for them to get water. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in the ground, then water them really, really good. As a matter of fact, the drip is on, but I'm probably going to go behind it and just water them in really, really good instead of trying to wet them and water them now. And then it's hard to pull them out of the cup and plant because it's all wet. So they've been looking better. So they look a little weepy now just because they're dry and they need water. But y'all see, I got a whole tray. This whole tray, for the most part, is tomatoes. So I have a version called Galahad, which is I'm pretty sure it's a determinate, and it's a bush variety, and it's like, I don't know, 75 days. I have Opaca, which is a paste tomato. I have some more Salvatore Select, which my Salvatore Select didn't do so hot. And then I did a large red cherry, a row of large red cherries, which I love those. So most of these are paste tomatoes, which is so that I can make and have more options for sauce. I want to do spaghetti sauce like I did last year, but I also would love to do like maybe like a pizza sauce, ketchup, barbecue sauce. I don't know, just something, right? So let's go ahead and get these in the ground. I have space for, I think, 14. So obviously this is more than 14. So let's pick and choose which ones are going to go in the tunnel. You see all this open space? That is where the Matt's Wild Cherry were like taking up too much space. And here's the thing, y'all. I know some of y'all cringe because I picked up and got rid of perfectly good plants. Look, I know some of y'all cringe because I got rid of perfectly good plants. But here's the thing. The garden, first of all, is my garden. And your garden is your garden. But make your garden work for you. If there's something in your garden that you don't like and you're not going to eat it, then why plant it? Now, I didn't know that I didn't like it because this is my first time. And so I don't regret trying it because how was I going to know, right? But I also don't regret pulling them up because I got some tomatoes to go in its place, right? Had I not had these tomatoes go in the place, I probably would have kept them. Just, again, especially since that customer, she said she liked them. But I just wasn't a fan. It wasn't a fan favorite. And I didn't like them. I didn't like the way I didn't like the growing habit. I didn't like that they were so small. But that's just me. You may love them. And that's okay. But I think, let's see, I got 14 spaces. So let's see what we want to do in the tunnel. I am thinking the ones that have the shortest material, like the Galahad, and it's a bush. I'm thinking we don't put that in the tunnel because it could very well make it outside. Does that make sense? I think I'm going to try the Opaca and the Salvatore Select in here. And large red cherry. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see what happens when I bend down and get to the ground. Those watered in, and I had to add some soil to some of them. So now we are going to go out there and harvest the purple hull peas. But I've got to show you my new thing, y'all. Let's see. Let me see if I can take a step back. Oh, you still can't. Not gonna be a sit. Let me see if I can. Okay, y'all, look at my roux. ROO. I'm sure many of you already know about this. But this is, I hope I got it on right. It's my first time using it. I bought it. No, my husband gave it to me for a present. Maybe it was my birthday or something. I've had it, but I haven't used it. But it's called a roux apron. Like roux for kangaroo. And there's one that you can like wear like an apron. This is like, I think this is called the Joey. And so it's the one that just, clips, on the waist, so to speak. Instead of one that kind of covers everything. But basically, as you're harvesting, you can put your stuff in it, and then when you get ready to put it in a basket, I think you just kind of unloose these things right here, and it just falls out into the thing. But we're gonna try it. I've been wanting one of these, so let's see how it works. Okay, y'all. I feel like the doggone, like the baby dropping. I don't even know if you can see. It's like all of a sudden it just dropped. It is like chock full. I don't want it to spill because then I have to pick it all up. Okay, y'all, let's just try to take it in the tunnel and dump it in something so we can see how much we have. But I like this. Hands are free. You just put the stuff in there. I like this a lot. So this is the root apron, R-O-O. There's one that you can put around your neck like a regular apron. Oh, okay. Let's see. Y'all, it's about to come off. Okay, let's just go to the tunnel. Okay, y'all, let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think you got to put this up under. I think. And then I think I'm supposed to. Hold on, we got to get. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Wow. Oh, that's neat. I like it. Let's see. Okay, tip the camera back up. Up. Y'all, look at that. I still got more out there. Oh, one's trying to come out. Oh, get in there, buddy. Look at that. Oh yeah, y'all, I like this apron. This is a keeper. Go get y'all one. Look, y'all know I'm always telling about stuff that I buy. This is a keeper. Love. Y'all, hands free. And then literally you just let it go. Then I guess I just hook it back on here. Like this. Okay, let's show you the harvest. But y'all, let me show y'all this harvest. When I tell you that the Lord said he will open up the windows of heaven that you don't have enough room to receive. Y'all heard me crying about these tomatoes early this summer. Look at this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at this, y'all. These are all cherry tomatoes. Y'all see how big this bucket is? All cherry tomatoes. Okay. Unbelievable. That's why you can't stop. You cannot stop. Okay, come on. Do y'all see this? So, honey, see if you can get in there. Why you gotta be so tall?
I can't get in. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so y'all see this? So you can see how big the basket is. Is it heavy?
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's a lot of tomatoes. This is full of slicing tomatoes. Okay. Wait, there's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. And this basket. It's probably about half full of slicing tomatoes. And there's some on the table that we still got to put in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the table. And I see 3 peppers. What a harvest. And that's not all. But that's all as of right now. That's all as of right now. God is so faithful. Let me just tell you, God is faithful. You cannot give up, y'all. You just can't give up. Pray over your gardens. Pray over your stuff. Do what you can do. The stuff that you can't do, ask the Lord to help you, and he will help you, y'all. He will help you. Now, if you're not a Christian, you might not want to be at this channel, and that's okay. But, because on here we talk about gardening, God, you know, because I believe that God is the master gardener. I do. But I'm so thankful for all of my tomatoes. I got some work ahead of me to core them, get them in the freezer. We're not making no sauce. We ain't making no sauce. We ain't making nothing right now. We're just going to get them in the freezer, and that'll be some projects for the fall. That's usually what I do with my tomatoes. So if you don't know that trick, you can freeze your tomatoes. I core them, and then I put them in a Ziploc bag, and I stick them in the freezer until I'm ready to do something with them. Now, I will make some fresh salsa probably in a couple of weeks when I'm more settled in town. But for now, we're just going to thank the Lord for this bountiful harvest, get them in the freezer. I do have to shell peas and all that, and we still got more peas out there, but that's it for today. That is it. So y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. So we had a huge tomato harvest, a huge purple hull harvest. We planted more tomatoes, all in a day's work. I just want to encourage you, don't give up. If your garden is not going the way you plan this year, this season, there's always another season. And this season for many of us is not even over, right? So I just want to encourage you. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be motivated. And on this journey, I don't tell you just the good, because if you go some videos back, I was pretty despondent about my tomatoes, right? It was not looking good. So I have not had this wonderful season all summer season, but now I'm reaping some of the benefits more than I thought that I ever would. And so if I can do it, you can too. And that's how gardening goes. Sometimes you have abundance in one area and then you have not so much abundance in another crop, like we talked about on a previous video. Like some of my stuff is not doing good. That did really, really well last year. I don't know why. Same soil for the most part. So I don't know why, but that's all a part of it. So if you like what you're seeing on my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of this community. We do a lot of this. We do a lot of encouraging, inspiring, motivating, and I just show you what's going on in my daily life, in the garden, in the kitchen, at home. That's what this channel is all about. So I would love for you to be a part of the community. Remember that gardening is a journey. Let's grow together. Can't wait to see you next time, friend.